My name is Mike Walker. I'm 24 years old and I've been competing in Olympic lifting for about a year now. I've been lifting weights though since I was 10 years old, so almost 15 years. I was born and raised in Akron, Ohio. I've lived in the same house my whole life. My parents actually bought it before I was born. This sport, definitely, you don't get paid. It's what I call a labor of love, essentially. So, I mean, it just shows that, you know, if you want to be in this sport in this country, you definitely are just doing it because you love to do it. You know, essentially you train 8 times a week and the rest of the time you're eating and sleeping. You know, you don't really have a time for a job, you don't have a time for a lot of other things, but you know, in particular right now I'm finishing graduate school and I'm working full time. We are the worldwide underdogs when it comes to Olympic lifting. I think our last rankings came out after the Olympics were 33rd or 35th. You know, this is definitely, it's a long shot getting the Olympics. Everybody knows that. You gotta be the best of the best. You gotta be the best in your country, and then to win, you gotta be the best of the best of the best. So, you know, you can only be 24 once. This is the time to do it. This is the time to put all my eggs in one basket for a shorter period of my life. Because if you think about it, 4 years and then 8 years, you know, the 2 Olympics I have the best shots of making. 8 years out of an 80-year life is not very long. There's definitely a shot that I will not make it. I know that. Everybody, everybody who has dreams of being a firefighter, you know, a professional basketball player or something, you know, I think if you start thinking about contingency plans, you'll worry more about them than the main one, you know. There is no option B for me right now. I have option A and that's it. I think people should back me because I've never failed at anything in my life when it comes to something this big. I've uprooted myself to move to Columbus because I knew it would be better for me. You know, I've put my life on hold essentially with starting a family, with doing certain other things that most people my age do to pursue this. I know genetically I've got a strong component. I can get very strong, you know, I'm very determined. I take to training very well, I'm coachable. You know, I've got the best coaches, I've got everything. Everything's there, the recipe's there except the money. I mean, that's like the missing factor to giving me the full out, you know, what I need to make this perfect cake essentially. My goal is to make Rio and the Olympics in the next 4 years. To raise some money, I'm looking for fundraisers, sponsorships, anything you guys can help me with. Because as Americans, we have not won a gold medal or a medal in Olympic lifting in over 50 years. My goal is to end that drought. I've got the genetics, I've got the heart, I've got the determination. Anything you guys can do would be a great help. See my website for more details.